place where we can start actually practically applying what we've talked about today. There is a program called Quitline. I don't know if you've seen the commercials on TV or heard about them, but they have a wonderful program, and I would love to get you set up today. I've got your referral already set up, ready to be faxed. In fact, as soon as our session's over, I'm going to send that information to them because they have a document, or rather a whole arsenal of information called a Quit Kit that will be sent to your home. It involves a lot of personal reflective things to help you understand a little bit more about the journey for yourself so you can be reflective, but also it also just provides encouragement. It's very difficult to have that much change happen in your body, and they're professionals. They're 24/7 service, call them anytime, and they are designed to help you feel supported. So I want you to get connected with them. And one of the other things I would love for you to do, because we're trying a different method, I've looked at your chart, I've assessed you, and I've really decided that for my personal opinion and experience, what's best for you from what I've seen is for you to go cold turkey, or just to cut it all off, throw everything out. And unfortunately, that can require a lot of willpower and a lot of reminders that we're not going back. We're not just cutting it out, we're not cutting it down, but we're cutting it all out. So I have provided for you a smoking cessation, or I've quit smoking contract. This is not legally binding in the sense that, we're not going to hold you down to keep it, but we want you to have a reminder to keep up in your home, to keep, just somewhere where you're going to see it every day, on your fridge, in your wallet. Something that lets you know that you've made a real commitment, a real smart choice for your body, for your baby, and we want you to feel like we take this seriously, because we do. No extra pressure, stress, but we want you to feel like this is real. This is something that's good that you're doing, and we want you to feel like this is something that's going to make a difference, and it is. So I actually want to get the contract out for you now. I explained the contract to Miss Aspen as she gets ready to sign. I let her know that it details some of the things she's going to have to think about: the amount of withdrawals, the amount of commitment, and the amount of time and effort it's going to really take. I encourage her to also write down some names of people who have been successful in quitting smoking. That way she has a personal reference to use when she's feeling like she needs some encouragement. I also let her know this is a very special choice she's made, and I give her a very special frame to put it in. When you're going cold turkey or choosing to completely cut off all of your smoking, it's a good idea to place reminders around your home. And what better way to do that than to use a beautiful frame? This is not required, but it's just an extra thing to make the patient feel like they have a very special choice in place in their life right now. Okay, Miss Aspen, so you mentioned to me that one of the things you were looking for this time around in your attempt to quit smoking is a little bit more support. So I've already pulled out one of our reference sheets. It's a quick help guide that will kind of help you understand what you can say to your family to help them understand what you're going through. It helps you understand a little bit more about what they may feel since they're not going through the symptoms of quitting, and how you can help them relate to you a little bit better. You would think that it's not your responsibility to, explain that to somebody, but as family members and friends may not always realize, this is a whole new kind of challenge. So that little reference guide is yours to keep. I've also given you a journal, and what that will allow you to do, hopefully if you choose to, is just document a little bit about what you feel and your moods and how things are changing for you. It's a great way to see progress also. So don't feel like you have to write in it, but we encourage you to. And bring it back on your next session if you do. You're not obligated to show me anything, but of course we'd love to see and hear about what's going good for you. But I just want to go back a little bit. You did mention that your family still smokes a lot, and that you were concerned about your ability to continue to quit around them. So I just want to kind of skip over some of the generalizations, get to the specifics, and I want to ask you specifically, just where do you find cigarettes in your home or your car and somewhere around your personal life? Where are the cigarettes exactly?
Well, I always have some in my purse,
Okay.
and probably have a pack in the kitchen, definitely in my car, and probably some stashed in the bathroom.
In the bathroom too. Okay. Well, because we're using the method of going a total complete first quit, we're not going to try to taper it down. We're going straight out with quitting. That means throwing those away. I mean, don't even bother breaking them up where you might release the aroma. We want to just throw them all away. And I want to encourage you, I know they're expensive. The cost of those few cartons or packs of cigarettes cannot compare with the cost of medical bills if we continue to damage our body and the baby and our lungs. It's not worth it. So feel free to just chuck it real fast and get your mind off of it and go do something happy, because it's not easy to get rid of a habit like that. And I know that, in your past attempts, I have it documented here, that you've actually tried this before and it did not really work for you. What was the most difficult part of your last attempt in quitting smoking?
Well, I really just gave up in the middle because it just got really challenging with the withdrawals, and then I didn't have much support, so I just gave up.
Okay. I can understand that, and a lot of people do find it difficult to go at this alone. Okay, so you said that it was just difficult in the middle, and you felt a lot of the withdrawals or the symptoms were really intense. That's totally normal, especially if you're coming off of 2 packs or 1.5 packs a day. So let me ask you this: what do you feel like are some of the pros and cons of quitting? What are some of the things you're hoping to gain or benefit from? And what are some of the things you think are going to be the hardest part for you this time?
Well, on the con side, the withdrawals,
Yeah.
and related to my family, because they still smoke a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And positively, the pros would be, I know if I'm successful, I get free diapers,
Yes.
and
True.
my health will be better, and definitely I want to be around to interact with my family, and the health of the baby is very important to me.
That's wonderful. And you know what? You're absolutely right. There is nothing more rewarding than improving your own health and getting to see your family grow up and enjoy life a little bit better. And of course, I understand those cons are very real. When your family and the people all around you are engaging in something you no longer participate in, it can make you feel a little ostracized, kind of isolated, like the odd man out. But you're making a very smart choice, and I really believe that if your family sees the effort you're going through, they would even want to help you be successful, and then maybe even put themselves. How exciting would that be?
Awesome.
Yeah. So I do want to ask you a few more follow-up questions. So you said that it was really challenging in the middle, and I just want to ask if you can detail that a little bit for me. Was there something specifically that made you quit the last time? Any one specific detail?
That made me quit. Or me want to quit?
Yes.
Well, I wanted to quit mainly because I knew it was negatively affecting the baby, and I did have, the 3rd pregnancy, I was able to complete it, and it was a wake-up call for me.
It was a wake-up call? Okay, but I do know, you mentioned to us that you kept smoking throughout that pregnancy.
I did.
So, what specifically made you keep going, keep smoking? I know you said the symptoms were intense, but was there a specific day you can remember, a specific incident that occurred that made you just want to give up and keep going with the smoking?
I just had a lot of things going on, and it just became too overwhelming.
Okay.
And I've smoked so long that I just went right back to it.
Okay. I understand. I know you're a single mom, and it's not easy, and I understand that part about it being overwhelming. There's a lot of different things you're trying to juggle, and then you add your body kind of stressing you out on top of it. It's a lot. It is a lot. So, at this point, I've kind of got a good picture of what was happening that last time. So right now, I kind of want to get you involved with some of the things that we're going to use in this therapy session and this set of medical assessments for one, but also just these counseling sessions. We have different therapies that we can use that are going to help this next round hopefully be so much more successful for you. In spite of all the challenges you've mentioned before, it's probably not going to go away, but we have different things that can help make this one a little bit easier for you, okay? All right, let's get started on that. In cases where patients smoke more than 1 pack per day, it may be more helpful for them to use stronger medications to overcome the challenge of a big nicotine addiction. This is the case for Miss Aspen, so I've recommended Wellbutrin for her. This pharmaceutical drug may help her to overcome her dependence on nicotine. Given her past pregnancy history, I've mentioned and recommended this to her OBGYN, who will later let me know if it's been approved for her. Now, there are no actual studies proving that stronger medications such as these increase the risks for her or her baby, but we do want to be cautious, of course. I also instruct Miss Aspen to remember this is not a battle of just willpower. She may find it more helpful to replace that bad habit of smoking with new habits. Maybe running or yoga, crafting class, or aromatherapies might help. There are a lot of different things that we can do to help her understand and also realize the dream and successes of quitting smoking.